This is what we're fighting. So these are the city's cameras, but they're just a conventional camera, right? If someone's got a problem, they just, something happens at the park, they can access those when needed. These don't really seem, these are relatively benign. There's not much issue to them. We've had a lot of vandalism in this park and in other ones, and some of the other ones they've installed, conventional cameras that, go to, they're networked to one location. They can be accessed, on an as-needed basis. I don't think anyone would disagree with, conventional camera. But here, without city council approval, and no public hearing, they just came in and installed them. This is one of 3 in the city of Wilder. They also put one in the city of Greenleaf. I'm not sure. I haven't had the time to, see who approved it there or what the situation is there. As you can see, they talk about first, you want to, record license plates. So we got this camera facing the road. So as you leave town, you're getting recorded. I'm probably being recorded now. But then additionally, these AI cameras, we need one, facing into the park, so that, these cameras are broadcast federally across the whole country. So it's just crazy that, they would think it's acceptable to record us, at a park and broadcast it to everyone into some crazy AI type system. I have a meeting with the news. They're going to show up here in a bit, and maybe another story will gain some traction. They did this in Caldwell, and they had wrote a pretty good article, I thought, about this. This is what we're up against here in the city of Wilder. I don't think it's unreasonable to not want your data broadcast everywhere, and put into these AI systems that are tracking people. I don't know. I think they say those cameras, just read license plates. But if that's true, why do we have one facing into, you could still see it down there. We have it facing into the park. Obviously, when we already have, conventional cameras in the park. Obviously, there's the school there. Looks like there's a camera up there. You have no right to privacy. There's no guaranteed right to privacy in public. That's where we are now. But once you start looking at these egregious violations, being tracked, it turns into there's a thin line where now it seems to be a Fourth Amendment violation with, there's multiple lawsuits out right now against these cameras, and multiple cities have taken them down. I even saw one interesting thing where it was on YouTube, but the guy had, he'd went on some server just using like a conventional search engine and was able to find a city's kind of server for these cameras and was able to watch them. And he even, go as far as like deleting video if you wanted to. He didn't. And there's other security concerns I've heard where, you can push a button on them and it creates a hotspot, and anyone can do that, and then you have access to the cameras. Where, with these conventional wired ones, there's no issue, right? We go out in public not expecting, to have privacy, and that's fine. It's unfortunate that, people do vandalism and stuff like that. And obviously those cameras over here would prevent that. But that flock camera, realistically, it's it's just an overreach of, you know, local powers, especially where you have this leader who, not even a leader, a bureaucrat, unelected official, decided to put these in. Probably had the sales team reach out to him because they put him in Caldwell. And you know, he puts those in, and you know, just gets approval. Said he got approval from the mayor. I haven't talked to the mayor at all yet to see if that's true. It would be interesting to know. And they pushed the city council meeting back a week, so I guess we won't find out probably until like the 17th. As it's a small town, and you know, the mayor doesn't just work there all day. Yeah. Anyways, that's our story. We're gonna keep putting up a fight against these cameras, and you know, against you know, local authorities who just think they can do whatever. Obviously, there should have been a process. There should have been some public hearings leading up to these being installed, and it just hasn't happened. So people are upset. I'm upset. This is illegal, and we're gonna keep putting up a fight. Thanks for listening, and